to everybody listening online. Hi, Mom. I'm Delilah. Hi. All right, we're going to play a solid, I'd say, hour and 15 of rockabilly tunes. Here we go. Well, I heard the news. There's a good rockin' tonight. Well, I heard the news. There's a good rockin' tonight. Well, I'm gonna hold my baby as tight as I can, and I'm still know I'm a mighty, mighty man. I heard the news. There's a good rockin' tonight. Well, I said, meet me in the hall behind the bar. Don't you be afraid, I'll do you no harm. I want you to bring along your rockin' shoes, and now I'm gonna rock away all my blues. I've heard the news. There's good rockin' tonight. All right, how about some guitar? Well, we're gonna rock. We're gonna rock. Yeah, let's rock. Come on and rock. We're gonna rock all my blues away. Well, I heard the news. Everybody's rocking tonight. Yeah, well, I heard the news. Everybody's rocking tonight. Well, I'm gonna hold my as tight as I can, and I'm still on a mighty, mighty man. I heard the news. There's good rockin' tonight. All right, Lee Harvey, one more time. Well, we're gonna rock, a rock, a rock, rock. We're gonna rock. Come on and rock, a rock, a rock, rock. We're gonna rock all my blues away. Rocking our blues away, everybody, right here at Soul of the Lost Tamarack. Who's first-time festival goers here? I am. Eliza is. How about you guys? Woo! Are you having fun so far? We are too. All right, Lee Harvey, let's play an Eddie Cochran tune. It's called Jean, Jean, Jeannie, kind of a dancing song. You don't have to dance. It's too hot. It's okay. Here we go. Jean, Jean, Jeannie. Well, Jeannie, 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 come and dance with me. Well, I'll teach you different dancing way across the sea. Yeah, first one, yeah, 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 we're rock and roll, we do the stroll. Well, Jeannie, 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 got my blue suede shoes, my pink combination and my black slacks too. Yeah, there's no hot. Yeah, 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 then we'll stop. We're rock and roll, we do the stroll. Well, baby, baby, you won't have to wait. I'll be ready at 8. Keep me knocking on your front door. All the cats are hopping at the big 5-4. Well, Jeannie, 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 when we reach the hall, we'll rock around the clock and really have a ball. Yeah, first of all, yeah, 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 they move up. Yeah, 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 they will stop. We're rock and roll, we do the stroll. Well, maybe you won't have to wait. I'll be ready at 8. Hey, but knocking on your front door. All the cats are hopping at the big 5-4. Well, Jeannie, 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 when we reach the hall, we'll rock around the clock, really have a ball. Yeah, first of all, yeah, yeah, yeah. yeah, they won't stop. We're rock and roll, we do this roll. All right, everybody. Eddie Cochran, good old American rock and roll. Thank you. All right, if anybody here has seen us before, I think a couple of you have. You know I love Buddy Holly songs, so we're going to try to do a few today. What do you say, Lee Harvey? Here we go. Buddy Holly. Oh, my love, oh, my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh, boy. When you're with me, oh, boy, the world can see that you were meant for me. Oh, my life, I've been waiting, and there'll be no hesitating, oh, boy. When you're with me, oh, boy, the world can see that you were meant for me. Well, the stars appear and the shadows are falling, and you can hear my heart calling. A little bit of love will make everything alright. I'm gonna see my baby tonight. Oh, my love, all of my kissing. You don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy, the world can see that you were meant for me. Kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy, the world can see that you were meant for me. All my life I've been waiting, and now there'll be no hesitating, oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy, the world can see that you were meant for me. Well, the stars are fear and the shadows are falling. You can hear my heart a cold. Little bit of love will make everything alright. I'm gonna see my baby tonight. Oh, my love, all of my kissing. You don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. You're with me, oh boy. The world can see that you were meant for me. Buddy Holly, everybody, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Woo! So what's the saying at the festival? Everybody say happy soul, or what do they say? Happy soul? Happy soul, I like that. Happy soul, I'll go with that. All right, everybody still hungover, or are you doing okay? Did you get another drink? That's the best way to fix it, I heard. Anybody got moonshine? I don't want any, just asking. We are in the north, you know. They kind of do what they want up here. How about a drinking song about some moonshine? What do you say? Woo! Well, in North Carolina, way back in the hills, lived my old pappy, and he had him a still. He brewed white lightning until the sun went down, and he filled in the jug and he passed it around. Mighty, mighty, pleasing Baptist chord squeezer. Shh, what lightning? Well, a G-man and a revenue or two, they were looking for the place where they made his brew. They were looking, trying to book him, but my baby kept on cooking. Woo! What lightning? Well, I asked my pappy why he called his brew White Lightning instead of Mountain Dew. I don't want sipping right away I knew, cause my eyes bugged out and my face turned blue. Mighty, mighty, pleasing Baptist chord squeezing. Shh, White Lightning. Well, a G-man and D-man, a revenue or two, they were looking for the place where they made his brew. They were looking, trying to book him, but my pappy kept on cooking. Woo! White Lightning. All right, Lee Harvey. Well, a city slicker came and he said, I'm tough. I think I want to taste that powerful stuff. He took took one sip and he drank it right down. Then I heard him moaning as he hit the ground. Mighty, mighty, pleasing back, score squeezing. Woo-hoo, what lightning. Well, a G-man and D-man, a revenue were due. They were looking for the place where they made his brew. They were looking, trying to book him, but my baby kept on cooking. Woo! What lightning. White Lightning, everybody, a song written by the Big Bopper. Okay, I lied. I got some White Lightning right here. Cheers, everybody. Happy Soul. Woo! So glad to see you guys. Hello, welcome to the barn. You're welcome. All right, so at our shows, we usually do a 3-hour show. Today, we don't have quite that much time, but we talk about how there was a lot of guys and singing rock and roll back in the 50s, and there weren't a lot of women. In fact, if you ask people, they can't even really think of one. Maybe they know Wanda Jackson, maybe, but not too much. Now, Patsy Cline, she could rock and roll when she wanted to. Brenda Lee, she was rocking since she was a little girl. But one of my favorites is Janice Martin. Nobody remembers Janice Martin. That's okay, that's why I'm here. Janice Martin was just 15 in 1956. We're gonna do a song from her very first record, a song she wrote all by herself. You might think, what's the big deal? Kids write songs all the time, but not in the 50s. That really wasn't a thing people did. Singer, you were given a song by the record company. Anyway, it was such a great song, they let her record the song. It's called Drugstore Rock and Roll. Now, don't laugh, not that kind of drugs and rock and roll. No, it's about going to the drugstore to play the jukebox. My mom says that was a thing. Was it a thing? The soda fountain, yeah. Here we go, a little drugstore rock and roll. Janice Martin, we do this song in the original key of G. It's a little high for me, so say a little prayer, I can hit the notes. Here we go. Rock, pop, jump, rock and roll. A drugstore's rocking, a rock, couples are bopping, a bop, a jukebox jumping, a jump, feet keep it thumping, thump, drugstore's a real gone man. Rock, pop, jump, rock and roll. Drugstore on the corner of Main, that's where you find all the bebop gang. Girls spin the jukebox, then demand jitterbug hand in hand. Boys have crew cuts under their hats, girls have lettuce sweaters, real cool cats. Boys together, happy and hip, jumping to rock and roll step. Well, the drugstore's rocking, a rock, couples are bopping, a bop, a jukebox jumping, jump, feet keep it thumping, a thump, drugstore's real calm man. Rock, pop, jump, rock and roll. Woo! Drugstore's rocking, and a rock, couples are bopping, a bop, a jukebox jumping, a jump, feet keep it thumping, a thump, drugstore's real calm man. Rock, pop, jump, rock and roll. Records have a slow beat, a fast beat too. Long as they're rocking, any beat will do. Kids getting groovy on the floor, and the cats who cry for more. Take time out for a soda pop, dig a new record with a lot of pop. Ice cream cone and banana split, 10 jumps to have a fit. Well, the drugstore's rocking, a rock, couples are bopping, a bop, jukebox jumping, jump, feet keep thumping, thump, drugstore's real gone man. Rock, pop, jump, rock and roll. Thank you, everybody. Janice Martin. Ooh, I'm out of breath now. So what's the temperature today? Is it like 103? What is it? It feels like it. I know. All right, so a long time ago, we did make a few albums. We're sold out of them all years ago. But I think on our very first one years ago, Lee Harvey came up with this song we're going to do right now. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was Lee Harvey and our original steel player. That's right. We had a steel player. That's a whole nother story. We don't have time for that. Anyway, Here's that song from that record. It's called Sitting Bull. Here we go. Thank everybody. That's Lee Harvey on the lead guitar, all the way from Calhoun County, Michigan, originally. If anybody knows where that is. Yeah, you know. All right. All right, so at our shows, we talk a lot about Memphis, Tennessee in the 50s and Sun Studios and where Elvis got his start, of course, along with Johnny Cash and Jerry Lee Lewis and Carl Perkins and all those guys that we love to listen to. Another guy that recorded there in his early days was a guy all the way from Texas, believe it or not. He was a guy that Johnny Cash actually saw perform, and he told the owner of the studio, hey, you got to get this guy that we saw. He's great. And the owner wasn't so sure. He was like, well, Johnny Cash doesn't tell me what to do. That's what he said. But then he saw the guy play, and he was like, I get it now. And that guy was Roy Orbison. And I can only handle one Roy song, and this is it. Are you ready? Okay. Hey, baby, jump over here when you do the ooby-dooby. I'm just gonna be near. Ooby-dooby, 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 ooby-doo, wah-doo-wah-doo-wah. Well, you wake up to the left and you wake up to the right. You do the ooby-dooby with all of your might. Ooby-dooby, 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 ooby-doo, wah-doo-wah-doo-wah. Shake like a big rattlesnake. Do the dooby dooby, show her all it's gonna break. Ooby dooby, 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 dooby doo, wah doo, wah doo, wah. Well, you've been strutting, but now you know how to do the dooby dooby. Now, baby, let's go. Ooby dooby, 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 dooby doo, wah doo, wah doo, wah. All right. Thank you, everybody. Roy Orbison. You guys hanging in there? All right. My hand is all sticky. Not because I'm, eating candy up here. It's the wood. It gets all sticky. No one cares. All right, here we go. We're going to reach back into the roots of rock and roll right now. The roots of rock and roll from the 50s, of course, lie mostly in the 1940s. What was happening all around the country, but mostly in the South. You had that hillbilly country music, of course. The Western swing, based in Texas mostly, and the rhythm and blues, played everywhere in the bars. We're going to reach back into those Western swing roots right now. This song written in 1940 by Cindy Walker. She was a very well-known songwriter. In fact, if you Google her songs, you probably see a few you know. I don't know about this one, but hi. Oh, look at the little dog. Anyway, this one's called It's All Your Fault. It was recorded by Bob Wills in 1941, and many, many people, including Willie Nelson. Boy, he loved Cindy Walker songs. Here we go. It's All Your Fault. Here we go. Well, it's all your fault if I'm not sleeping and I live on dreams instead of eating. Well, I'm just a rat. And it's all your fault. Well, it's all your fault if I'm not playing, having fun, and if I'm staying all by myself. Well, it's all your fault. Well, when you said that we were through, I tried to find somebody new, but I found out it wouldn't do, because I'd rather be alone than with somebody new. Well, it's all your fault when I'm a grandma. If my grandkids don't call you grandpa, well, I'll just tell them that it's all your fault. Here we go, Team Harvey. I live on dreams instead of eating. Well, I'm just a rat, and it's all your fault. Well, it's all your fault if I'm not playing, having fun, and if I'm staying all by myself. Well, it's all your fault. Well, when you said that we were through, I tried to find somebody new, but I found out it wouldn't do, because I'd rather be alone than with somebody new. Well, it's all your fault when I'm a grandma. If my grandkids don't call you grandpa, well, I'll just tell them that it's all your fault. Yeah, I'll just tell them that all your fault, everybody. Thank you. All right, campers. Are you ready maybe for some Johnny Cash? All right. Just in time, right? Okay. Here we go. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. 'Cause you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when each day is through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you. 'Cause you're mine, I walk the line. As sure as the night is dark and day is light, you keep me on my mind both day and night. Happiness, I know, proves that it's right. Because you're mine, I walk the line. You got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you I'd not even try to turn the tide. 'Cause you're mine, I walk the line. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. 'Cause you're mine, I walk the line. 'Cause you're mine, I walk the line. Thank you, campers. Thank you very much. Woo. Were you guys here last night? I heard it was a party. It's going to be an even bigger party tonight. We're going to hang out for the rest of the night as long as we can. I don't know, maybe we'll sleep in our car. You never know. I'm sure that's happened here, right? At the soul of the Lost Tamarack. All right, kids, how about some Patsy Cline from 1957? Here we go. I go out walking after midnight, get out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway, well, that's just my way. You're saying I love you, I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Baby, he's crying for me. As the skies turn gloomy, night Just hoping you may be somewhere out walking after midnight, searching for me. I stopped to see her weeping willow, rocking on his pillow. Baby, he's crying for me. As that skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I'm up and walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just hoping you may be somewhere out walking after midnight, searching for me. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the barn. It's always good to chug moonshine during a hot show. All right, let's talk about summer for just a hot minute. I mean, a really hot minute. All right, so the summer of 1957 is the summer that Paul McCartney met John Lennon. You might not think about how they met, but they were just teenagers, 15 and 16 years old. And the story I read, the way I read it, Paul talked about this many times over the years. He was headed across town, Paul was, with his guitar. He heard music coming from a church carnival, but it sounded kind of interesting, so he stopped in. And it was young John Lennon playing a show. That's a pretty good gig for a 15-year-old, I thought. I wasn't playing gigs at 15. Were you? No, I wasn't. Anyway, after the show, he said, hey, I love the music. He says, I play music too. John Lennon was like, oh yeah? What are you into? He says, I love American rock and roll. John Lennon says, I love American rock and roll. You like Elvis? Oh yeah. Buddy Holly? Love Buddy Holly. Little Richard? Love Little Richard. Paul says, what's your favorite song right now? What's your favorite guy? He says, I love Eddie Cochran. You know Eddie Cochran songs? Paul McCartney says, I love Eddie Cochran. You know that 20 Flight Rock? I love that song. John Lennon says, that is my favorite song. That's my favorite song. I can't believe this. He couldn't believe he ran into another guy that knew Eddie Cochran songs. Paul says, well, I just learned how to play it. So, of course, he had to show off and pull out his guitar and play it right then and there. John Lennon could not believe his little eyes and ears. He knew all the words, all the chords, all the stops. He thought, man, I got to get this kid in my band. That's how it started. Their friendship started over that American song. I find that interesting. Don't you find that interesting? You guys are all looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay. Is it still early? I feel like it's still a little early. Okay. I'll try to talk slower. Sorry. Anyway, it's a great song. We love Eddie Cochran songs. We played one earlier, so we're going to play that song right now. 20 Flight Rock. That's kind of a funny name, right? It's a song about how your girlfriend lives on the 20th floor and the elevator's broken. I know, bummer. And she's got the record player. 20 Flight Rock. I don't know. I think it's cute. Here we go. Rock out. Well, I got a girl with a record machine when it comes to rocking. She's a queen. Love to dance on a Saturday night. All alone, I can hold her tight. But she lives on the 20th floor of town. The elevator's broken down. So I want 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, fly, fly more. Up on the 12th, I'm starting to drag. Up 54, I'm starting to sag. I get to the top, I'm too tired to rock. Well, she called me up on the telephone and said, come over, baby, I'm on. I said, well, honey, you're mighty sweet. On the bed with the aching feet. This went on for a couple of days, but I couldn't stay away. So I walked 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 5 more. Up on the 12th, I'm starting to drag. drag. If before I'm starting to say, get to the top, I'm too tired to rock. With a car from Chicago for repairs, the chills are fixed. I'm using the stairs. Hope they hurry before it's too late. I'm a baby too much to wait. All this climbing is getting me down. You're from a corpse draped over a rail. One, going to lobby 5, 4, about 6, 7, 5 more. Up on the 12, I'm a start to drag. If before I'm ready to sag, I get to the top. I'm too tired to rock. 20 Flight Rock, everybody. Eddie Cochran, rock and roll, rock and roll. Lee Harvey, let's do one more Eddie Cochran song. Woo! Well, I'm gonna raise a fuss and I'm gonna raise a holler about working all summer just to try to earn $1. Every time I call my baby to try to get a date, my boss says, oh, nah, son, you gotta work late. Sometimes I wonder how am I gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Yeah! Well, my mama and papa told me, son, you better make some money. If you wanna use a car to go riding next Sunday. Oh, I didn't go to work till the boss I was sick. Now you can't use a car cause you didn't work a lick. Sometimes I wonder how am I gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Gonna take 2 weeks, gonna have a fine vacation. I'm gonna take my problem to the United Nations. Oh, come on, Congressman, he said, quote, I'd like to help you, son, but you're too young to vote. Sometimes I wonder how am I gonna do, cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Thank everybody. Eddie Cochran, 2 in a row. Thanks again. I'm Delilah Dewylde. That's Lee Harvey on the guitar. We are from Michigan and very happy to be here at the Soul Fest. That's the short term. Soul of the Lost Tamarack. If you're listening online, there's tons more acts coming the rest of tonight and tomorrow. I think you can still get day passes if you show up. I think you can. We got room for everybody here. Anyway, can you see? Okay. All right, we're going to circle back to more Buddy Holly. You guys know I love Buddy Holly songs. This song named after a real person, which is kind of cool, right? The idea came from the drummer. It was his idea. You know why it was his idea? Because it was a girl. He was trying to catch her eye. The song had a different name, so he convinced Buddy Holly to change the name of the song. Yeah, and the song hit the airwaves. Everybody loved it, including this girl, and she agreed to go out with Jerry Allison. I know. Eventually, she was Mrs. Jerry Allison. True rock and roll story, folks. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Eventually, she was Mrs. X Jerry Allison, though. It is rock and roll, after all. I think they know what song I'm talking about. Lee Harvey, let's play it. Ready? Here we go. If you knew the Peggy Sue, then you'd know why I feel blue about Peggy Sue. Oh, will I love you, girl? Yes, I want you, Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. Oh, how my heart yearns for you, Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Will I love you, girl? Yes, I want you, Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue, oh Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Oh, will I love you, girl? Yes, I need you, Peggy Sue. I love you, Peggy Sue, with a love so rare and true. Oh, Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Will I love you, girl? Yes, I want you, Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue, oh Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Will I love you, girl? Yes, I want you, Peggy Sue. I love you, Peggy Sue, with a love so rare and true. Oh Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Will I love you, girl? Yes, I want you, Peggy Sue. Will I love you, girl? Yes, I want you, Peggy Sue. Peggy Sue, everybody, thank you. Woo! Welcome to Soul of the Lost Tamarack, everybody. If you can hear me, come on down to the barn. We got time for much more songs for the next band. There's a bunch of next bands. There's a bunch more bands coming tonight. How cool is that? You can just see them all in one place. We never get to see other bands, so I'm excited. So we lost Buddy Holly February 3rd, right? 1959. Very sad. Anybody else remember who was on the plane? The Big Bopper, that's right. And Richie Valens. Richie, just the youngest of the bunch, probably the youngest guy on tour. He was still in high school. Think about that. Richie Valens, California boy up in the Midwest. Snow this deep, right? He was probably like, what am I doing? Out on the road with all the big names, Buddy Holly and Dion. I don't know, I love Richie Valens. We're gonna do a song right now Richie made famous in 1958. We love this song. It's also from a movie I saw as a young kid. Anybody remember the movie from 1987 called La Bamba? Did you see that movie? I love that movie. Especially the music, exactly. So here we go. We know a bunch of Richie songs, but this is one of our favorites. Here we go. Una poca regracia, mami batia, ya arriba, por disere. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán. Bam, ba, bam, ba. Bam, ba, bam, ba. Bam, ba, bam, ba. Una poca de gracia, mami Matia, y arriba. Everybody now? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Muchas gracias, campers. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to play something a little bit slower. You're thinking, I kind of want to dance, but it's kind of too hot, so maybe I want something a little slower. Dance a little slower. Grab your favorite person, your favorite dog. I don't know. You can slow dance to this one. Dogs love slow songs. All right, this is a 50s song you've all heard before. Maybe you don't know the name. You've definitely heard it all over the place. It's called Sleepwalk. Sleepwalk. It's just an instrumental. I don't mean just. I mean, it is an instrumental featuring Lee Harvey on the guitar. Thank you so much, everybody. That's Lee Harvey on the guitar. I'm Delilah Dewylde. We're here till, I would say at least until 3:15. We got tons of great acts coming up on this beautiful stage. I think it sounds great in this barn. This is the best sounding barn I've ever heard. Never thought I'd say that. It's a good sounding barn. All right. All right, kids, well, if you've not seen us before, you've figured out that my wheelhouse of musical knowledge is actually pretty tiny. We live in that world between 1954 and 1959, roughly. We're going to tempt fate, though, and get crazy and jump all the way up to around 1961. I know, I'm a little nervous. But it's a great song. We love it a lot. It's my mom's favorite song we do, so there's that, right? It's my mom's favorite song. She's watching right now. All right, here we go. It was written a long time ago by a guy born in Michigan. As I walk along, I wonder what went wrong with our love, a love that was so strong. And as I still walk on, I think of the things we done together while our hearts were young. I'm walking in the rain, there's a phone, I feel the pain, wishing you were here by me to waste misery. And I wonder why she ran away, and I wonder where she will stay, my little runaway. Run, 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 run away. I'm walking in the rain, there's a falling, I feel the pain, wishing you were here by me to waste the misery. And I wonder wonder, everybody now, why she ran away, and I wonder where she will stay, my little runaway. Run, 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 run away. Run, 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 run away. Run, 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 run away. Thank you, everybody. A little Del Shannon. Okay. All right, gather round, kids. We're going to do a song about prison. What do you say? Kids love songs about prison. How about you guys outside? Can you hear me? Are you down with a prison tune? Guys, right? I'm open to it. All right, here we go. Woo! All right. Ow! Well, I heard that train a-coming, it's a-rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Well, I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. That train keeps rolling on down the San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. Well, I shot a man in Gaylord just to watch him die. Well, I heard that train rolling, I hang my head and cry. All right, here we go. Woo! Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car that are probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can be free. And those people keep on moving, and that's what tortures me. All right, Lee Harvey, one more time for Luther now. Woo! Yeah! Settle down, settle down. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I'd probably move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my bluesing way. Sweet! Thank you, campers. Thank you very much. Happy weekend. Welcome to my birthday weekend, by the way, everybody. Cheers. I'm 29 again. You know, when I was like young, I thought that was a dumb joke, but now I love it. I'll be honest, I love it. Yeah. All right, so some of you who have been following us for many years know we used to be a bigger band. We had more guys, and we played a lot of old country songs. We don't do too many of them anymore because we're missing a steel player, a fiddle player, drummer, and all that. But we're gonna do one of those old country Patsy Cline songs now from the 50s. It's called Honky Tonk Merry-Go-Round. I guess they don't know that one. All right, you're gonna know it in a minute. Here we go. Little country Patsy Cline. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Woo! I'm on honky tonk merry-go-round, making every spot in town. Starting out early, coming home late. Every night with a brand new date. I'm on honky tonk merry-go-round, acting like a foolish clown. So erasing those blues that you left with me, wondering if I'll ever be free. Round and round and round I go, riding high and feeling low. Round and around, just like a top. Well, I'm getting dizzy, but I can't stop. I'm on a honky tonk merry-go-round, acting like a foolish clown. So erasing those blues that you left with me, wondering if I'll ever be free. Woo! Yeah. Getting dizzy, but I can't stop. I'm on a honky tonk merry-go-round, acting like a foolish clown. So erasing those blues that you left with me, wondering if I'll ever be free. Yes, I'm wondering if I'll ever be free. Thank you, everybody. Little honky-tonk Patsy Cline there. Thanks again. I'm Delilah Dewylde. That's Lee Harvey on the guitar. This is our very first time playing at Soul of the Lost Tamarack Festival. Happy Soul. Is that what we say? Happy Soul. Happy Soul, dang it. All right, Happy Soul. Huh? Sorry. All right. All right. What? We got time for a few more kids. There's, like I said, tons more bands coming. Hopefully everybody's shaking off their hangover and getting on a clean t-shirt and coming on down to the barn stage. And underwear, please don't forget underwear. Okay. Here's some rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. Yep. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I left alone cause I thought it was funny. You came along, woo, me honey. I changed my mind, cause love is blind. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kiss me baby, woo, feels good. Hold me baby. I want to love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. You got to tell this world that you're I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I'm real nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, you drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Hold me, baby. I want to love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. You got to tell this world that you're I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I'm real nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, you drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Oh, Jerry Lee, everybody, rock and roll, rock and roll. Thank you. We got more songs than we got time, so we're going to decide what we're going to do. All right, campers, how about a love song, maybe? What do you say? Are you so hot you don't even have an opinion? You're like, I don't know. Do what you want, Delilah. We're just here. We're just sweaty. We're ready to listen. All right, here we go. Love song. Woo! It's a burning thing, and it makes a fiery rain. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. Well, I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. Woo! Oh, the taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. Well, I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. The flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Well, I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, down, down. The flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of ring of fire. Woo! All right, everybody, a little love song written by Miss June Carter. Thank you. Happy soul. All right, kids, we got time for a few more. Maybe 3 more? Well, then let's get the Buddy Holly pair then. Let's do Heartbreak and then Tranquil. Okay. All right. You guys hanging in there? Staying hydrated? Okay. Those of you watching online, make sure you share the link so all your friends can see. Ooh. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down the end of lonely street. Well, Heartbreak Hotel, will you be so? You get so lonely, baby. You get lonely. You're so lonely, you can die. I'm the one song is crowded. You still can find some broken-hearted lovers and a crowd here in their glue. Well, obviously, I get so lonely, baby. I get lonely. I'm so lonely, I can die. Down the bounties keep flowing, and the desk clerks dressing by. They've been so long on lonely street, they'll never ever come back. And they'll be so, but they get so lonely, baby. They get lonely. They're so lonely, they can die. Well, now if your baby leaves you, you got a new tale to tell. Let's take a walk down lonely street to Heartbreak Hotel. Well, you get so lonely, baby. You get lonely. You're so lonely, you can die. Always crowded. You still can find some room. Broken-hearted lovers and a crowd there in their glue. I get so lonely, baby. I get lonely. I'm so lonely, I can die. Thank you, campers. Thank you very much. Nothing wrong with a little Elvis, right? On a weekend. Thank you. Woo! Are we doing train cover rolling? Okay. All right, we're going to do a classic rock and roll song. I don't know, I would say it's been around since at least the early 50s. We're leaning toward the Johnny Burnett version. Johnny Burnett and the Rock and Roll Trio, one of our favorite bands from the 50s that nobody remembers. What a great title, the Rock and Roll Trio. They took it first and last. Anyway, I've heard tons of bands do this song. Aerosmith's got a great version. Everybody loves this song since the beginning of rock and roll. Hopefully you love it too. We love it. Here we go. Ow! I'm on a train, I met a dame. She was a hit and a real gone dame. She was pretty from New York City. And we trucked down that old fairlane with her heat and ho. Well, it just couldn't let her go. Get along, sweet woman, get along. Well, be on your way, get along, sweet woman, get along. Well, be on your way with her heat and ho. Well, it just couldn't let her go. Well, the train got the rope all night long. The train got the rope all night long. The train got me moving all night long. Train got the rope all night long with a heat. Oh, well, I just couldn't let her go. working, she must have thought I was a real jerk. We got off the train at El Paso, man. Her love was a good jack. I couldn't let her go get along. Well, I just couldn't let her go get along. Sweet little woman, get along. Well, we on your way, get along. Sweet little woman, get along. Well, we on your way with the heat. Well, I just couldn't let her go with the train kept a rolling all night long. The train kept a rolling all night long. The train kept me moving all night long. The train kept a rolling all night long with the heat. Well, I just couldn't let her Thank you for the train kept a rolling. The train's gonna keep rolling after our set. That's right, the train rolls all the way till Sunday, this musical train. Woo! Catching my breath. I think we got time for one more, kids. What do you say? What do you say? All right, watch me for the changes and try to keep up. Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens. Stood a long cabin made of earth and wood, and lived a cunning boy named Johnny Be Good. Never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a the bell. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, go, Johnny, go. Johnny Be Good. He used to put his guitar in a gunny sack, sitting beneath the tree by the railroad track. Oh, did you see him sitting there in the shade, strumming with the rhythm and the drummer's beat? When people pass by, they would stop and say, "Oh my, but that little country boy play." Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go. Go, go, Johnny, go, go. Johnny Be Good. Many people come on from miles around, hear playing music when the sun goes down. Baby, someday you'll never be in line, saying Johnny Be Good tonight. Go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, 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 Johnny, go, Johnny Be Good. All right, be good, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thank you. I'm Delilah Dewylde. That's Lee Harvey. Happy Soul.